hello. Thank you for joining me. As always, your presence is appreciated. So, let's go ahead and get this book review done. Today's book is called Sleep Well, My Lady by Kwei Quarterly. And this is the cover of the book. Very beautiful. All right, so let's get into it. This is another find out who did it book. The story revolves around the death of a fashion designer, Lady Araba. She was found dead the morning of when her epic fashion show was to occur. There are a few suspects, but the investigation is shoddy due to underfunding, lack of trained professionals, and of course, payoffs. Due to the high profile nature of this case, the police department wants to wrap this up in a pretty bow and have arrested a wrongly accused man. Months later, Lady Araba's aunt, Dilly, and I may be pronouncing that name wrong, has solicited the services of private investigators to find out who the real killer is. Auntie Dilly believes the killer is Lady Araba's then boyfriend, Augustus. Augustus is depicted as a drunkard and womanizer. Lady Araba and Augustus has a tumultuous relationship. Neither families wanted the couple to be together, and Lady Araba and Augustus' family have secrets that are soon revealed, which leave them under suspicion for her murder too. The family members pretty much interfered with Lady Araba and Augustus' relationship. I would say more than normal parental concern level of interference. I got the feeling this may be a cultural thing to some degree. But Augustus is a married man, and I could see where Lady Araba's family disapproved of the relationship just on that fact alone. Augustus' family wanted him and his wife to pretty much get back together. I don't know if it was for appearances and status sake, or because of the children that they had together. Augustus was playing the field before Lady Araba came along, so she wasn't the first, but it seemed to be what kind of broke the camel's back in this marriage. The author kind of glossed over Augustus and his wife's relationship. So there wasn't really too much background given in that area, other than, Augustus was out there. He was not a faithful husband long before Lady Araba came into the picture. Augustus had a drinking problem well before Lady Araba came into the picture. He had kind of cleaned up his act and then returned to the unhealthy lifestyle, which was a problem for Lady Araba. The story didn't include Augustus' wife very much. Like I said, really wasn't any details in that regard. It was just like, yeah, he's married, and yeah, his parents want them to get back together, and yeah, he has kids, but it never really went into that side of the story. Lady Araba and Augustus' relationship wasn't that good. And I really questioned why she even entertained this guy. I mean, Lady Araba had a lot going on for herself, and could have picked anybody. She could have had her pick of anybody. So why the married one that couldn't get his life together? I don't know. Maybe it was the fun of it. Maybe it was the thrill of it. When when things kind of, went on long enough, I mean, she realized that, he had a drinking problem, wasn't a faithful man. Well, I mean, if he's married, she knew he wasn't faithful, but I mean, he was kind of out there. But the author does describe that, she did kind of try to move along and end things with Augustus, but he kind of bait and hooked her right back in. Didn't appear that he was really going to change his ways at all, but he made it sound good. I liked how the book flipped between past and present in a timeline fashion. It seemed new and refreshing way to unfold the story. This is another story depicting shoddy police work and the quick rush to punish anyone, for the crime. The book did take place in a foreign country with limited resources, apparently. So there's that aspect. I will say that I'm starting to see a trend this year in books where the police department is depicted as incompetent, shoddy investigations, rush to charge, and just overall lackluster police department. Not sure why that is, but it does stick out as a possible trend developing, and not that it hasn't probably been done before. It just seems more noticeable to me for some reason. But I am repeatedly seeing this incompetent police work, really. This tale did keep you guessing as to who the killer was. And you may be surprised when you find out who it is. I had a, oh, what, really moment? I will let you find out if the killer is a family member, property maintenance staff, her ex-business partner, her current business partner, Augustus, or some random fan. I will let you find out what family secrets are revealed. I will let you find out if justice is served or not. This is a moderate paced book, in my opinion. It doesn't go into too much gory detail, but it gives you a good picture of the crime. I personally have watched, a lot of Nigerian and African movies, and that dialect was present in my mind while reading this book, which kind of made it come to life a little bit more. All in all, it is a good book. I will warn you that the family secret could be a little bit triggering for some. It doesn't dive into it. It gives you just enough to know what the family secret is, and how it has a potential effect on how things unfold. But it doesn't go into any unnecessary detail. The death is described. It doesn't really, it's not gory. In my opinion, it's not gory level. It's just kind of, this is what happened. This is how she died. It does describe the scene and what happened, but it's not really graphic, in my opinion. It is a good read. I give it a 5 out of 5. So subscribe, click like, share, tell a friend. If you've read the book, comment your thoughts. I would like to know what you think about this book. And until next time, keep turning the pages, my book love.